Hey guys, we are going to be starting our grammar lessons with this Play Pause It video. Most of our grammar lessons will happen on Play Pause It, just like this, and they'll pretty much all be using a resource that you can find on your Google Classroom page. So we're on the classwork tab of your Google Classroom page right now, and you may have noticed that down towards the bottom of the page there is a topic called resources. Okay, and under that topic right now, there's something called the 6th grade grammar textbook. Now, this is going to be your reference for all of the grammar we learned this year. It's already all in here, okay? We're going to start out really simple, and I know that for most of you guys, this is going to be review, but it's really important that we have these kind of basic building blocks down before we get on to more complicated grammar. So we're going to start with the parts of speech, and we're going to start with probably the part of speech we're all most familiar with, and those are nouns, okay? So nouns are a person, place, thing, or idea. So for example, people, we might have LeBron James, author, friend, places, Richmond, city, mall, baseball field, things, book, CD, football, paint, ideas, happiness, success, loyalty, and love. A lot of times people just say people, places, or things, but I like to say people, places, things, or ideas because those things that we can't actually see or touch, like happiness or loyalty or love, those are nouns as well. Now, making nouns plural, nouns can be singular, which means only one, just like when something is single, there's just one of it. All right, or plural, which means more than one. Most nouns become plural by adding an S. Okay, so for example, football would become footballs. I put an S on the end. All right, however, some nouns are weird and they change form. So child becomes children, goose becomes geese. There's lots more examples of this, right? Mouse and mice, foot and feet. So lots of different ways to make them plural, but most of the time we're just going to add an S, right? Now, the biggest thing I want you guys to know about nouns right now are common versus proper nouns. And in your writing, this has been something we've been having a really big problem with, okay? So a common noun is a general name for a person, place, thing, or idea, okay? So for example, city, that could be any city, right? It's not a specific city, it's just a general term for cities. Okay, school, same thing, could be any school. Teacher, could be any teacher. Friend, could be any of them. Okay, so it's very general. A proper noun is the name of a specific person, place, thing, or idea. So for example, instead of saying city, I would say Durham. I have the name of a specific place. Instead of school, Triangle Day School. Again, that's the name of a specific school. Instead of teacher, I could say Mr. Nori. Instead of friend, I could say Kimberly. So I'm going from the general to the specific. Okay, so when we think of names, names of people, places, things, and ideas, those specific names are going to be our proper nouns. Now, one thing you may have noticed in that list, and this is what we've been having a lot of trouble with in our writing, proper nouns are capitalized. Okay, so whereas when I just say state, that's not capitalized because it could be any state. When I say North Carolina, that's the specific name of a state and that needs to be capitalized. Song, okay, could be any song. When I'm giving the title of a song, same thing, it needs to be capitalized. Country, could be any country, but once I give you the specific name of a country, like Mexico, it needs to be capitalized. All right, language, could be any language, but once I give you a specific one, like French, it needs to be capitalized. Okay, so we're going to do some practice with that tomorrow, but I want you really thinking about that in your own writing, making sure that you are capitalizing those specific names, those proper nouns.